Satnam. My name is Frances Frischkorn. I teach Kundalini Yoga at Studio 206 in Charlottesville. I was trained by Gurmukh Kaur Khalsa and other master KRI teachers in Golden Bridge, LA. So Kundalini Yoga is a little different from other types of Hatha Yoga, but it's a very powerful, elevating practice. We use a lot of chanting and pranayama and meditation techniques to awaken the Kundalini energy, which is lodged at the base of the spine, and to encourage this creative life force to flow through the chakras and open our energy centers and give you a strong, healthy body and nervous system and balanced mind. Before we practice Kundalini Yoga, we always tune in with a mantra. And the words are Ong, O-N-G, Namoh Guru Dev Namoh. Om Namoh Guru Dev Namoh, meaning that I bow to the infinite wisdom within me and within each soul. This mantra helps tune us into the golden chain of all the teachers that have come before, and it helps create a protective space around you in which we can practice. So we'll chant it 3 times together with the eyes closed, and if you don't know the words, you can just listen and join in, really feeling the resonance with the vibrations. So bringing the palms together and rub them, creating a little heat and warmth in the palms, and then connecting the thumbs in at the sternum, lifting the heart, sitting up nice and tall, taking a deep breath in, exhaling, and then inhale to tune in. Om Namoh Guru Dev Namoh. Om Namoh Guru Dev Namoh. Om Namoh Guru Dev Namoh. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling, releasing the hands down. So one of the things we're going to practice today, the first practice, is called Breath of Fire. And Breath of Fire is a foundational practice in Kundalini Yoga. It's a very purifying, detoxifying pranayama. It is powered by the navel center and the solar plexus. And it's a rhythmic, continuous breath through the nostrils primarily, done with equal inhalations and exhalations. It's contraindicated for women who are pregnant and also women who are on the first 3-4 days of their moon cycles. A little bit more about Breath of Fire. It's very great for the immune system because it helps purify the blood and reoxygenate the blood and bring your blood to a more alkaline state. It's great for working with healing allergies, especially seasonal allergies, and disease resistance. Kundalini Yoga uses this Breath of Fire in a lot of different positions, but today we're just going to learn how to do it in a comfortable, cross-legged, seated position. So bring the hands onto the belly and stick out your tongue, and you'll pant like a dog, just to get the feeling. So when you're panting like that, your belly's automatically going in and out. You're not telling it which way to go. It's just the natural reaction. And so then, once you've kind of felt that, try it through your nose. So when you exhale, you're drawing the navel in. And as you inhale, it's like an automatic reaction. The inhale just fills you up. And the exhale, you pull it out. And it really helps build a lot of energy at the 3rd chakra, the Manipurna chakra, and build strength here at the navel center, which is very grounding, kind of gets you down in your power center. It's also really great for building stamina and building your capacity for more and more oxygen, for more advanced pranayama techniques as you continue along the path of Kundalini Yoga. So bringing the hands onto the belly, we'll just try a minute or so of finding this breath. And as you're first learning it, you don't have to go super fast. At times you might even cramp up a little bit if you're first learning it. So you can always just release the hands and take a few long deep breaths and reconnect in with the breath, and then start back with the breath of fire. So closing the eyes and relaxing the jaw, you can roll the gaze up towards the third eye, just putting a little pressure on the pituitary gland, and bringing the hands onto the belly so that you can feel the rise and fall of the belly with each breath, sitting up nice and tall. Taking a deep inhale, exhaling all the breath out, and beginning breath of fire. Take a deep inhale, suspending the breath, holding it in, and exhale, slowly release. With the eyes closed, just taking a few breaths, just listening and feeling what that feels like in your body. So breath of fire can be built up into a practice. You can do it for 3 minutes a day, just sitting nice and still, or there are more advanced practices using different mudras and arm variations as well. Satnam. So now we're going to practice Ego Eradicator, which is a little thing you can do every day just for 3 minutes to help charge you up and give you a clear, focused mind, and help bring energy and new oxygen into the body and into the blood. So for Ego Eradicator, we'll be practicing breath of fire, which is the rapid inhalations and exhalations through the nose as you pump your navel. We'll be doing 3 minutes, and 3 minutes is what it takes. Oops, where's my little timer? 3 minutes is what it takes to really help reoxygenate all the blood in the entire system. If at first that's too long to keep your arms up or to stay with the practice, you can always return to long, deep breathing. But to do Ego Eradicator, you're going to extend your arms up at about a 60-degree angle, and then tuck your fingers into the pads of the palms. Draw the knuckles back and draw the thumbs back, stretching across the palms. Roll the shoulders back and stretch the arms. The elbows are straight. Sitting up nice and tall, drawing the chin slightly back to elongate the back of the neck. Closing the eyes and rolling the gaze up to the third eye, to the brow point, we'll begin Ego Eradicator, breath of fire. Then you'll reach your arms up, bring the thumbs together and stretch the fingers wide and stretch the spine long, holding the breath in, drawing the energy up from the base of the spine to the crown of the head, and then exhaling, sweeping the arms down the side. And then it's nice to just close the eyes and check in, and allow all of that energy to circulate and to integrate. Just breathing long and deep. You'll feel the heat in your body building through breath of fire. You might even sweat a little, and this is part of its purification and detoxifying purposes. And one of the reasons our arms are extended like this is we're really charging the electromagnetic field. And everyone has an arc line that goes from temple to temple, and from this area your electromagnetic field or your aura emanates. And so with our arms up, we're kind of bringing energy into this area in this arc above the head to really charge up the electromagnetic field as if you were charging your battery. So you're really radiant and resilient and feeling vibrant and clear. Satnam. Satnam. Now we're going to practice a stretch pose. Stretch pose is kind of challenging. And we're going to be practicing breath of fire, which is one of the components that makes this pose so powerful. We're really building a lot of strength and energy at the third chakra, at the navel center. This practice builds a lot of core strength and also helps really ground you into your body. It's a great thing to do to kind of set your body first thing in the day so that you're ready to go and you can connect down to the earth and you're not totally helter-skelter when the world gets a little crazy. So we'll be practicing breath of fire, and this practice is contraindicated if you're on the first 3 days of your moon cycle or pregnant. Don't practice stretch pose. You can just, if you do it in a class, you just get a rest at that point. One other important thing about stretch pose that can be a bit challenging at first is you'll be lying on your back, which I'll demonstrate in a minute, and your chin is tucked in, and it puts a lot of pressure right here in your fifth chakra, which puts pressure on the thyroid and the parathyroid, which is great. It helps balance the secretions, but at first it's a bit uncomfortable, and your neck will maybe shake, and it can be a little bit of a strain. You can always rest your head and return to the practice, but over time you'll build strength and be able to maintain the full pose and feel all of the benefits that this pose has. So for stretch pose, you're going to lie flat on your back, reaching out through the toes. The legs are strong and engaged, reaching the arms out, pointing towards the fingers, towards the toes. The shoulders come up off the ground, and the head is lifted, the chin slightly tucked in. So now you're going to draw your belly in and pull the navel in towards the spine. And we're going to try a minute of the legs lifted 6 inches off the ground with breath of fire. So go. Starts to become too much, you can do one leg at a time, but keep with the breath of fire, just alternating the legs. Inhale both the legs out, stretch long, and exhale, release. Take a moment just to rest on the back and allow all the energy to circulate. And So that's a practice you can build up to 3 minutes, and that'll really charge your navel center and build a lot of strength. But start slow, 30 seconds to a minute, build to a minute and a half. Practice every day, and you'll build the strength that you can do 3 minutes, no problem. To close our Kundalini practice, we always just take a few moments to integrate and to chant to close our practice. We use the mantra Sat Nam. Sat means truth, Nam, name, identity. So Sat Nam is saying, I am truth. Truth is my name. It's the capital T, truth. All the little stuff doesn't really matter. What really matters is that singular high truth, the highest self, right there, connecting in at the heart. And so we chant Sat Nam to tune us into that higher self and to connect in with others, just come to a state of clarity. It's always nice to take a few minutes just of quiet, silent, resting meditation, breathing deeply, either on the back or just sitting quietly after you've practiced a pranayama that's very energetic and moving a lot, like breath of fire. And when you're ready to tune out, you're going to bring your palms together and rub them, create some heat, stimulating the nerve endings. So there are these 72,000 nadis, energy channels in the body, and they have endings at the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands. And so we're rubbing them and stimulating all these nadis, and then connecting the thumbs in at the sternum, lifting the heart, sitting tall, chanting from the heart. It doesn't matter what it sounds like. It's all about that inner vibration. So exhale all the breath out, close the eyes, and inhale to chant 3 times. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Peace to all, love to all, light to all. Sat Nam. Thank you for building the bridge with iHanuman. Namaste.